Hey YouTube, it's your girl Me-Anie here. Giving you guys the part 2 to this stranger. And here comes the baby. Metis. Metis. Oh, thank you. To this stranger that's been following me. So, I think it's been about a week now since I did this video. The night that this guy followed me from the pool. The very next day, I went over to the apartment complex, the office, and I spoke to one of the leasing officers that was there, the lady that I've been dealing with since I started living in the complex. I spoke to her, and I let her, I'm sorry about the lighting, you guys don't need to see me that well. I spoke to her, and I let her know what was going on. I told her, the entire story that I told you guys in part 1 of this video. And I basically asked her to, see if they can review the cameras from the pool, because he was definitely walking right in the view of the camera. When I told her that, she actually informed me that the cameras were just live feed. It wasn't a recording, so they weren't able to get any kind of information as to who this man was. So that kind of upset me, because they're cameras, but what are they good for at that point? It's just for you guys to see what's going on at that time, but I doubt any of these places actually have people sitting in front of these cameras, just looking to see what's going on. So it was kind of not comforting at all. So the only other thing she advised me to do was, of course, if it happens again, call the cops, which I definitely will. And on top of that, she asked, if I see him around the complex again, just to let her know, because she lives, like, right next door to me, but on the bottom floor. She said, just come get her so she can see who he is and figure out, does he live in the complex? Because they would much rather see him, leave the complex as opposed to me moving out because of this. And I did go ahead and re-sign my lease, renew my lease, because I knew that it was going to take me some time to, find another apartment, because I went out looking for apartments like 2 days after that, once I was off. But it was definitely in my best interest to at least re-sign the lease, so that if I don't find a new apartment, I'm not paying like $200-300 more, because that's what my lease would have broken down to if I went month to month without being in a lease. So I did that to at least secure myself, and the fact that I reported it to them if I need to move because of not feeling safe, that would allow me to break my lease. So let's get into this. 2 days ago, I see this fool again. Come home, and it's the same darn scenario. Only this time I was not going to the pool. I was coming home. I was out all day with my friends, and I got home. It was about 8 o'clock again, like minutes to 8. I'm coming out of my car. I parked my car. I'm coming out, and I'm getting all my stuff together. My head is down, and I'm about to lock my car. So I look up, and like how you kind of walk onto somebody, like not that close, but you're walking, and you look up, somebody is in that path. I look up, and I see this man in the same freaking outfit. I'm like, oh my God. Long jeans, sneakers, white t-shirt, fitted cap. I'm like, shit. And at that point, I just kind of froze. I'm like, okay, I don't know if to go back to my car. I don't know if to try to make it to my apartment. I didn't know what to do. I just froze. So I said, okay, I'm definitely not going back to my car, because I just felt at that point, if I went back to my car, he would see me. So I still don't want this man to know what kind of car I drive, because that's not cool at all. I looked across the way, and I saw, like, from, where I was standing to get to my apartment, I actually saw that the attendant that lived here, the apartment attendant, her man was sitting outside. So I was like, you know what, let me just rush over there. I know he's going to see me, but let me rush over there, because the man is sitting right there, and ask him to, bring her outside so she can see who this man is. So I go over there, and I'm like, shit, he definitely saw me hustling. And as I, get to the door, and I'm telling him, can you get her, bring her outside, the man that's following me, he's right over there, I want her to see who he is. I turn around, and my hair is down, so I'm looking through, I'm looking through my locks, looking through my locks, trying to see, if he sees me. Is he gonna come this way? What's going on? So sure enough, he sees me and he starts scoping out. He's like checking to see if it's me, because my hairstyle was different. I just, everything was different. So it was definitely, same person. He starts coming around my way. Now, instead of him going back through the little path that he cut through to get to the dumpster, he decides that he wants to walk along the pavement in front of us to, check me out and check out what was going on. And I'm like, is he really going to try to follow me again? Are you serious? So she comes out the apartment. I'm like, he's right over there. She comes out the apartment and we're both standing there and he walks by, mouth red like he's been sucking on some Kool-Aid. Like, you're a grown-ass man. I'm sorry. You should not be walking around looking like you've been sucking on blow pops and Kool-Aid all goddamn day. You are a grown man. So he is definitely thrown off. But he walks right in front of me and he is staring me down. When I tell you, like, staring me down. I think he saw that I had one dimple and that my mom had the other one, because the way he was staring at me, I'm like, oh my God. And I just held my head down. And she was like, can I help you with something? He was like, no, I'm alright. And he keeps walking. So he walks and walks and walks. He walks to the end of my apartment strip. And then I peek down and he's looking back, trying to see, like, are we moving from there? Where are we going? Whatever. So I stayed put. I didn't move. I didn't do anything. So when he goes around the building, she goes around the other side to follow him to see where he's going. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know if to go home. I don't know if to get in my car. I still don't know what to do. So I stand there for another minute. And then I hop in my car and I fucking peels out. When I get in my car and I start reversing, here comes his little fucking white t-shirt again. Coming back, through the part that I saw him the very first time. So I peel out and I just go around the complex. I'm like, oh my God. It's just, at this point, it's not even that I'm freaking scared anymore. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't do things that I would normally do in my complex because I have to worry about this freaking fool. And I'm to the point where if I see him again, I'm just gonna, like, take iron to his skull and crack it wide open. Like, I'm so freaking pissed off because I can't go on my balcony. The way the layout is, the dumpsters are, like, across from my balcony, so it's plain view. If I go out there and he happens to be going to or from the dumpster, he can definitely see me. I have to see what time I gotta go to the pool. Like, it's annoying at this point. I just want the shit to be over. Like, I definitely looked into some apartments and stuff like that, but that kind of crap just takes time. But, I definitely am worried about my safety, or I'm concerned about my safety, and I do want to be safe, but at the same time, I don't want this fool to be stopping me from what I got to do. Like, I like to go get my workout in. I like to go to the pool before I get, do my workout, stretch and all that stuff, change my clothes, go do my workout, come back home, play, take Siler back out, have him play for a little bit, do his exercise, bring him back in. And I hate that I have to change all this stuff because there's some freaking idiot out here. So today coming home, I actually noticed that there were a couple cops parked up on the complex. So I pulled up to them and told them, the situation that I'm having, what's going on. And they told me, definitely when you see him, because the office, they don't know who the hell he is. And I'm just at this point, okay, if you don't know who he is, you don't know where he freaking lives, then I'm all out of options. I'm not going to wait for you to try to figure out who the hell this man is, because he's not going to fucking slit my throat because, he's following me and shit. It's not cool. I don't think it'll get to that point, but, you can never be too safe. Did this spill? Anyhow, the cops just told me, if I see him at all again, it doesn't have to be a situation where he's following me. But if I do see him, just go ahead and give them a call so they can check out the situation. So I'm just at that point. Like, I just want it handled and dealt with, and I need it to disappear because I cannot be watching my back all the time. At all. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for the night, and I'll see you back in a little bit. I'm getting around to doing the videos again. Things, I don't know. I don't think that, necessarily stopping blogging and all that stuff was the answer to try to help me figure out what's going on. And I definitely ran into more complications, you know, not being, while I was away, I should say, while I tried to stop, you know, networking and stuff like that. But I'll be back. I'm coming back shortly. I have a trip coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm trying to prepare for that. And maybe I'll blog from that trip. It's nothing major, just a little trip. And you guys will be seeing me more. I actually found the perfect piece of music to wrap up. I wanted to do a video for my grandfather to kind of wrap up what was going on with him. He died. What am I talking about? What's going on with him? Just to give him like a nice farewell. And I found the perfect piece of music. I'm going to start making that video, and I hope you guys, you know, take the time to view it and enjoy it as much as I will. That's his little saxophone, not little, but that's his saxophone behind me. I pulled it out a couple of days ago, and I noticed that it's a little broken, needs some minor repairs, so I'm actually gonna make that a project of mine where I just sit down and start repairing it, putting it back together. Like, this thing is off. I'm just gonna repair it. Oh, I'm sorry, what'd I do? Alright guys, I gotta go. I did something to Tyler. Alright, say bye to the people. Say bye-bye. Sorry, baby. Bye, guys.